through happenstance, we ended up working with roasters who are a bit small in stature. And so we realized that some of the jobs in the roastery are a bit prohibitive for people of smaller statures or who are not like physically quite strong. So like, okay, cool, this is a problem because we feel like some of our best roasters don't fit that body type. And like, okay, cool, how do we design a system that doesn't require physical strength or immense physical strength as part of the deal? Because you see the bigger roaster to my left here, the 70, it's a big machine.
When I was on the 70-kilo roaster, there were some days when we'd have like 2,000 pounds of coffee to scoop on like our biggest days, and I would go home and be like, oh my gosh, I lifted 2,000 pounds today. Before we got the silo, I was honestly questioning how much longevity do I have in this field of work because it's so tiring.
And what really kind of drew that to a head is we had some kind of repetitive motion injuries kind of happen over time.
So before, when we were scooping, I actually injured myself at work because I was working on one of the bigger machines for an extended period of time.
But ultimately, that's when the conversation for the silo really came into view, realizing that we can alleviate the scooping, which was the major activity that was causing damage to roasters, and moving that coffee around. Instead, we'd be able to move it with our forklift and just dispense the coffee rather than scooping by hand and pulling these bags around the roastery.
With the ability to load 30 to 40 kilograms of green coffee per minute, that's 2 minutes per bag, or about 20 minutes per pallet. The silo's 8 600-kilogram chambers holds an impressive 4,800 kilograms of green coffee, ready to streamline your workflow. Dispense precise 70-kilogram batches in just 5 minutes. No more scooping, no more weighing. Simply focus on achieving roasting perfection. With remote control capabilities, the silo gives you complete command from anywhere in your roastery. Store and dispense your blend recipes with pinpoint accuracy, ensuring quick and consistent pre-roast blending every time.
We've really found time and time again that pre-roast blending is really the way for us and how we prefer to present our coffees. And so the option to pre-roast blend on the SOVDA is really what pushed it over the edge for us, knowing that we can use the Precision Silo to blend all of our coffees and alleviate even more from scooping. And so we're able to choose which silo we want to use, the percentage, and the final dose. The silo will do the math for us, spit out the right coffee, and dose all coffees into the cart for us for roasting.
So you're virtually lifting nothing. My favorite thing about this whole silo, I'm not having to lift a finger, basically. I'm back on the 70 now. I can roast like no problem. I'm not really lifting anything, and I'm not worried I'm gonna hurt myself again, so that's amazing. I can focus on the roast a lot more, whereas before we had the silo, it was a lot of focus on time management.
This is just gonna give us a staying power when it comes to training, when it comes to the reality of staffing at roastery, which staffing at roastery is probably one of the hardest things that we deal with on a day in and day out basis.
I can keep doing this as long as I want because I am able to like move the coffee and it doesn't impact my quality of life. I go home and I have so much more energy.
It's take care of back of house. We're gonna protect the people here that care so much about this, and watch that bleed outward to the people outside and understand, because these are people closest to us that we care most about. And so that's the most important for us.
Better design, better coffee. SOVDA.